Hello, it is 9 p.m. in Djibouti. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have in Tajura regions, ministerials and parliamentary delegations visit the locality of Itki. Concerning the international scene, the balance sheet, there are 39 deaths after the attacks on the traffic cars in Mogadishu. Welcome to our newsroom. Minister of Transport, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa paid a visit to the locality of Itki in the Tajura region. He was accompanied by strong delegations, including the Minister of Employment, Hassan Idris Samriye, Trade Ministers Hassan Hamad Arbahim, were also present the Sultan of Gobad, Habib Boko, the Prefect of Tajura region, Mr. Abdul Malik Mohammed Banoita, parliamentarians of the region. Upon the arrivals, received a warm welcome from the Itki population. The objective of this visit is to see firsthand the water problems facing the inhabitants of the highland of Dai. The ministers promised them that soon the asphalt road that crosses Itki in the directions of Dai will soon be built with those of Asamu and Adailu. The Minister of Transport, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa invited the population that the government are always listening to them to improve the living conditions of our fellow citizens. The people of Itki welcomed the visit of a large ministerial delegation. Sheikh Gura also wished to the ministerial and parliamentary delegations stressed that this is a part of the objective to listening the grievance of the population. He also indicated a strong need for the road and the drinking waters for this Itki inhabitant. For his side, the Ministers of Transport, Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa indicate several projects are underway for the great region of Tajura, and this must benefit all the inhabitants, even of the locality far from the chief places. The private road that crosses Itki in the directions of Dai will soon begin construction work as that of Asamu and Adailu. Finally, the Minister of Transport thanked the inhabitants for their warm welcome, and he insisted on the work of the government, which is to get as close as possible to the inhabitants of the localities in the interior regions. Accompanied by a group of parliamentarians, Tajura members of parliament, Ms. Ahadi Deberkale visited yesterday in the localities of Gal'ila, where she met the people who told her about their grievance. At the same time, the parliamentary delegations distribute clothing and school kits to the school children in the area. Local residents thanked the young member of parliament from the Tajura region for this donation and the trip. Since her appointment as deputy, the young deputy Ahadi Deberkale, closer to the populations, has been meeting the inhabitants of the region where she came from. We have also a delegation of Somali businessmen paid a visit this morning to Djibouti's major port infrastructure in order to better see firsthand the opportunities and facilities offered by the port of Djibouti. The delegation, led by Director of Project of the Authority of Ports, Mr. Aden Musa Duxiye, first visited the free zone of Djibouti, or meetings of presentation of the different ports and the big projects which are realized, and in realized courses was presented to them with a video projections. Then they moved to Djibouti Dorale terminals container. Agwaye Towers was presented to them by the containerization and the deposit manager, Mr. Mohammed Aden. The visit continued through the port infrastructure in Djibouti, multi-purpose port, DMP. They actually saw from the opportunity, and the members of parliament delegations went to the inhabitants of the constructions and the commercial exchanges will be amplified with the necessary and confidence commercial infrastructure. Finally, the directors of the inauguration ceremony of the library and the distributions of books to the various schools in Obok headquarters of ADO, Saturday, November 10, 2010. The Associations for the Future and Development of Obok ADO held this Saturday, November 10, a formal inauguration ceremony of the library and the distributions of books for the various libraries of the region. The event that took place is at the head office of ADO, located in the city center, in the presence of the Director General of Rubis Energy Djibouti, Mr. Olivier Gasparian, the Deputy Prefect, Mr. Amin Shamsan, the President, the Vice President of the Regional Councils, the President of ADO, Mr. Mohammed Mola Burhan, in addition to Regional Inspector, teachers, parents of students, a member of the ADO associations took part in the inaugural library ceremony. Upon his arrival, the CEO of Rubis Energy was warmly welcomed by the President of the Association is Mohammed Mola, the Vice President of the Regional Council, and the Sub-Prefect of the region. Is on the menu of the ceremony the lyric poems represented by the young college students for vibrating ceremony. As planned, the Rubis boss, the President of ADO, officially proceeded to the inaugural ceremony of the library. This new library has been equipped and rehabilitated as part of the partnership between Rubis and ADO to strengthen the process of reading among young people in the chief places. The officials went to library and the classrooms to see the devices put in place to strengthen the support courses in the headquarters of ADO. In his speech, the CEO of the Rubis has been satisfied with the inauguration ceremony of ADO library, will strengthen teaching apprenticeship, and expressed his sincere congratulations. On his side, the Deputy Prefect of the region, Mr. Amin, paid tribute to the ADO Association and reminded that the ADO is fighting to strengthen access to education in the Obok region. And the Djibouti Athletics Federation is organized yesterday afternoon, open during the 2010-2019 sports season, the race of 10 kilometers d'Orale at 4 p.m. on the road that goes through Dorale and arrives at the Palace of People. The races were planned in different starts at the same time. Seniors and junior 10 kilometers departing from 200 meters from the port of Dorale. The cadet 6 kilometers has prices his departures in front of EDD Palmere, and the youngers 4 kilometers in front of the dry port in the presence of the President of the Djibouti Federations of Athletics, Mr. Said Ismail Hassan, and the Directors Committee without the knowledge that the crashes of the athletes. The opening of the courses began with 4 kilometers of the cadet, following that the west court, following the 6 kilometers of cadet at the end, the juniors and senior of 10 kilometers. The athletes from the young girls, the winner in the summers, won by stars of the Republican Guard, Khadra Mohammed Dembi. The next, Habun Ahmed from the centers, Ali Sabih. The third was Waris Jama, the fourth, Samia of Djiboutian Armed Forces, and the fifth, Fathiya Abdullahi, and the fourth of the Djiboutian Armed Forces. For the juniors boys, 6 kilometers, the winner is broken by Hassan Suge of the center of Ali Sabih. The PIB 28 has been the first place. The second winners, Adan Mirane, the third, Bakal Musa of the University of Djibouti, the fourth, Samatar Yunis, and the centers of Ali Sabih, and the fifth, covering Awali. In the end, the winners of the 10 kilometers was won by the brilliant athlete Mumin Gele of the Egyptian Armed Forces, the second Hassan Wais of the National Police, the third Hassan Idli of the Centers of Al Sabih, the fourth Qawraha Ibrahim of the Egyptian Armed Forces, the fifth places also for the Egyptian Forces Armed Forces Suleiman Barre. At the end of the courses, the first five in the summer given by the trophy of the envelope of the concerning international scene, suicide attackers of car bomb at the hotel near the headquarters of Somalia Criminal Investigation Department. Listen to this report.
From a series of car pumping near a popular hotel in the Somali capital, Mogadishu has jumped to at least 41, police say on Saturday. Friday's attack was the latest in a wave of bombing by Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda affiliate which has been fighting to overthrow the international-backed Somali government for over a decade. Police official Ibrahim Mohammed said that the information received from various hospitals indicated that the number of deaths had reached 41, with another 160 wounded.
This is it for tonight's news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.